You begin to have problems recognizing family and friends. What's more, self identity is at stake. The fear of forgetting, the fear of being invisible. This I fear. One of the greatest ways to elicit information is to ask why. When you have dementia, you lose this. There's no memory of having been angry and why. Sometimes you forget where you are, how you got there, and why you're there. Sometimes you procrastinate personal hygiene and you don't understand why it's important. I have provided care for an individual in a vegetative state, someone who had a weak skeletal structure, and some with dementia. Let's begin with dangerous ways of thinking. 1. A person's identity is not found in their neurological capacity. Who we are is not based on our intellect and reason. You and I can perceive the gap in our memories. We become aware that we have forgotten something. When the censoring mechanisms break down in people with AD, they lose the physical capacity to suppress certain actions, and you may occasionally act aggressively. The severity of the condition depends on a variety of factors, including the stage of the disease, the individual's support system, and their overall health. Individualism is a Western concept that emphasizes the importance of individual freedom, autonomy, and self-reliance. Individualism can be challenging for anyone with AD who may experience a loss of independence, social isolation, and a decline in physical and mental health. This can lead to feelings of loneliness and sometimes depression. I always speak on how society is unfair. It's not any different with people who have AD. We live in a culture that praises clarity of mind and productivity, thereby influencing our sense of the worth of a human life. People who are weak of mind, those who can't contribute to society, are stigmatized by those of the quote-unquote strongest mind. Self and social identity can be lost, not necessarily as a result of the disease itself, but because of the way others treat the person with AD. The key to good care is to do for and be with people who have dementia. I love the idea of motivation and preparation, which makes me fear getting dementia. I do accept that older people tend to have some slowing of cognitive and weakening of memory, but this is not dementia. I fear dementia because everything narrows. You're forced to adjust to fewer domains in which to optimize your efforts. When you have AD, there's truly less of you and more of God. I can't imagine listening to music without past experience. Now, there is such thing as procedural memory, sometimes referred to as muscle memory. But even with that, of all the diseases you can get, I fear becoming invisible. I fear the increase of dependency and the loss of romance. I fear losing hope. Dementia is truly something you have to experience, and once you get it, your ability to communicate that experience is greatly diminished. I would say act in mercy and grace with people who have dementia. People with dementia are defenseless. As always, we are not the final judges. As always, the value of a human being is not diminished by even profound cognitive decline.